Welcome to the No Life Gaming Shows, where we talk about all things gaming. And that's pretty much it for this one. Our other show, our technology show, airs on Friday, so make sure you check that out. And make sure you check out our new website, www.nolife.digital, or on our Twitter at NoLifeDigital, and our Twitch at NoLifeDigital. That's where you can find everything. Our website, as you can see, is up. There's some content on there, but basically what I want you to know is that this is going to be the hub for everything that we do. Anything, any pictures, any articles, any reviews, any videos, any podcasts, anything that we put out is going on this website. So bookmark it. So we're gonna just slam you with fucking content, brah. All right, let's get into this. What's up, dudes? What's up, my guy?
What up, bruh?
My guy. My vape battery died, so I'm gonna be sitting here twiddling my fucking fingers.
So you get for vaping.
I was about to say that means every time you're talking and I'm not, I'm just gonna be like blowing clouds.
No,
nicotine. Do you not have backup batteries over there? Or do you not have a charger? Or there's like 35 mods behind you? You don't have anything?
I must have all my batteries at my apartment.
You guys are just jewelers.
Jewel kids, dude.
I got that weird looking ass Voopoo Alpha 1 coming in too.
Oh, you bought it?
Yeah, dude. I actually bought it before I was like, "What you think of this?" Because I thought it looked cool as shit. Looks like a retro tape deck. You know what I mean?
It does kind of look like a retro tape deck.
And the shit doesn't say Voopoo on one side and drag really big on the other. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna take advantage of this chip finally.
I'm definitely glad they listened about that advice, because that is ridiculous. What have we been playing recently, guys? Rimworld? Someone wrote Rimworld.
Yeah,
Rimworld.
Yeah, I saw
Rimworld.
I saw Jerry playing Rim Job this week.
Yeah,
so.
No, dude, I got re-addicted. Yeah, it's been bad. Like that's literally all I've been doing with my free time now.
What is Rimworld?
I started playing Rimworld again. Rimworld it's really heavily based off of Dwarf Fortress. So basically, you crash land on a planet. You have either 3 dudes, 5 dudes, or 1 dude, and you just control them. It's management, basically, but you're trying to make them a base, get them food, trying to get them to survive, basically, while all of these random events can happen. So you can get raided. You get raided a lot. There's things like tornadoes. There's tons of crap, but the guy's been working on it for 5 years, and it's finally in beta, and he's pretty much almost done with the game. So like the next big update's actually going to be the complete launch of the game.
Yeah, it's like a Dwarf Fortress Lite with the actual UI, GUI.
Yeah. No, you should, Loco, you should check it out. I think you'll like it a lot.
I have Rimworld.
Okay, it's so good, dude.
Yeah. I enjoy that one and the other one that they made.
Firefly?
No. It's something about oxygen. We need oxygen or something like that. It's basically like Rimworld, except you start out underground and you have to manage your oxygen and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, like it's a civilization management kind of, but it's a lot more fun. It's just like survival, but I hate to say Minecraft. It's not Minecraft really, but
no, I compare it heavily to Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah, no, it's like it's Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, like it's all the best parts of Dwarf Fortress, but with a nice graphic system and a good UI and a really good management. All the controls make sense. They're done really well. They all work. It's a really good game.
Like you can get some decent tile sets for Dwarf Fortress, but like the controls are so fucking heavy that I don't know. Like it's a really good game, but you gotta really fucking like get into that shit.
Mm.
But yeah, so basically you're trying to do that. It's a sandbox game. You generate an entire world and choose where you're going to land. And there's other factions as well, so you can be friendly with them or hostile with them, things like that. But there's really like 2 major win conditions. You either build a spaceship and launch off, or you find a spaceship and launch off. but the spaceship you can find is usually on the other side of the world. So you can do that, but usually a lot of the game's just trying to survive. Because it's the other part with this, well, Dwarf Fortress 2, but especially Rimworld, it's hard. Like, it is definitely a difficult game. If you're not supposed to save scum, you're supposed to just do permadeath. But, like, if you don't save scum and you're not used to those types of games, you're not going to make it far. Like, at all.
So, so how long does it take to get to to where you're you're in the game and you're cruising along?
Cruising along. At first, once you don't know, probably a good solid, I don't know, hours, 7 hours to, like, before you're cruising along, because you're probably going to always be out of food and out of space, out of, like, heat's a factor, temperature's a factor, food's a factor, everything that, like, actually matters in survival does.
Right. Not only that, but, like, Rimworld, even though I just called it Dwarf Fortress Light, like, Rimworld still has a lot of deep systems. Yeah. Like, you're not going to be cruising along for shit for a while, because you're just going to be trying to learn everything. Yeah. And
but that's what I'm saying, is like
to learn.
And once you started it, I mean, say probably like 10 hours, you'll start getting it down.
And if you die, really you just start all over again.
Right. Or you can, I mean, you don't have to play it that way. You can do it saves, and it auto saves every 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you can just go back to your save or whatever, stuff like that. But that's not how the game's supposed to be played, quote unquote, like the intention of it. But you obviously can do that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just going to force you to only do permadeath. But yeah, so I'd say probably like 5 to 10 hours, you'll definitely start having, like, the ideas of it down pat. Right. Like, you'll start getting the ideas of it pretty quickly, but how to fix a lot of the problems that will always happen, that'll probably take 5 to 10 hours. Because, like, okay, you're going to have to, you're going to start getting food. You're going to start growing things and hunting things, and you're going to get them into a fridge system that you got to turn into a freezer. You got to get a freezer system. But then now there's heat waves. How are you going to deal with the heat waves? How are you going to deal if you're in a cold biome with temperatures, things like that? Like, all of those, you're going to get down pretty well quickly. But all also, of the random shit, yeah.
you know what my favorite moment is in Rimworld? It's discovering for the first time that you really do need to bury dead bodies.
Yeah.
And you have to, like, allot, like, cemeteries and stuff like that. Not just your own people's dead bodies, but, like, everybody's dead bodies. You got to really bury that shit.
Yeah, until you can unlock research enough to get a smelter, or, like, not a smelter, but a crematorium, and then you can just start burning everything.
But yeah, if you have the time to
Stardew Valley with space.
And kind of in a way, like, but you're controlling 10 people and everything's trying to kill you.
And it's not, I was about to say, it's good. It's kind of like Stardew Valley in space, except nowhere near as peaceful and relaxing. Yeah. It is definitely a stressful game, because even when you think you're on top of things, you're never on top of things. Never. There's always something that you can be fixing, or something you can be optimizing, or something you need to be doing, or something that you're just missing and not seeing. Yeah.
If you like problem solving, it's fantastic though. Like, because that's the core root of the game, is there's almost always going to be a problem, and you have to come up with a quick creative fix to figure it out.
Interesting.
But, like, there's also weather events. There's tornadoes. There's flash storms. Yeah, raiders, pirate raiders, all of them. There's mechanoid raiders. So there's, like, metal space creatures. And sometimes they'll drop down. They'll drop, like, a giant centipede that has, like, 3 miniguns strapped to its back.
Not only all that, but, like, your colonists also have their own, like, mental disorders and tics, and they will go crazy and fuck your own shit up. Like, it's if you can spend the time to learn the systems and learn the game, it's really a unique game, and no two playthroughs will ever be alike. Like, it's really a time consuming game that's really good. I mean, it's really good and really addictive when you learn how to play it. But yeah, it's really frustrating too. So
Because and there's other little things, especially with like your own characters, because like some characters with their traits, you know, they won't do dumb labor. Some won't research. Some won't socialize. Some won't care. Some are just straight psychopaths and will always start fights.
some like sleeping in the daytime.
Yeah.
Some like
There's
sleeping
brawlers.
alone. Some like sleeping
Yeah.
in a room with other people. It's
Then you got like brawlers. They'll if you give them a ranged weapon instead of like a club or something, they get pissed off. And then there's that's not even getting to like the addiction system, because you can make drugs and beer in it, and some of the settlers have pretty bad addiction problems, or can even develop addiction problems and things like that. Like it's crazy, but like it's weird that it's actually fairly realistic towards like the idea of like leading a small group to survive.
Yeah.
I know I've said it like 5 times already, but like I think just about the only other more realistic game would be Dwarf Fortress. It's just so dense that it's really hard to get into.
I've never even heard of that game.
Dwarf Fortress?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should look that up. It's free. It's completely free, and you can get a tile set to put on top of it, but if you like
looking at a screen of numbers, it's great.
Yeah, like I said, I would suggest you put a tile set on top of it, because if you don't, then it's all like SCII art, you know what I mean?
Okay.
ASCII art.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get a tile set for it if you want to check it out. But yeah, it's really fucking deep. It's a really good game though, but it's too dense for
I think they did a good job of taking that idea, making it into a really good system, giving it a really clean UI and just clean graphics, and having it so like, hey, here's a fun way to play it that anyone can actually get into. Like that's the fun of it. Like it sounds challenging because the game's built off of a ton of problems, but it's pretty easy to get into. Like most of them make sense. Like, oh, my food's spoiling, I should put them in a fridge, you know, things like that. Like a lot of it does make sense.
Cool. That sounds pretty cool.
It's not like it's not to the levels that you need like a wiki or anything that. You do need a wiki sometimes when you're starting out.
I was but a wiki would help.
A wiki would help, but it's more for smaller things. It's not like, okay, I need a wiki to figure out how to make a cooler and turn it into a fridge, or like how to defend my base. You just need a wiki more for like, okay, my dude has a go juice addiction. I want to get rid of the go juice addiction. Which drug do I need him to do so he gets rid of the go juice addiction? And you can get rid of a go juice addiction by using smoke leaf, which is their version of pot. Like it's for like little things like that. But like for a lot of the main concepts, no, you don't need a wiki.
Sounds pretty dope. Yeah, I've been more into kind of looking at games like this since Stardew Valley. Like,
yeah, you still can't get enough of that game. I know you're still playing it.
Oh yeah.
So fucking good, man.
I don't play it as much as I used to, like when I first started playing it, just because I finally like I found like a routine. Plus, I just been playing so much fucking Splatoon 2 and PUBG. It's hard for me to fucking play other games. But that's what I want to talk about. Dude, Splatoon 2 online system is so fucking dumb. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't understand how.
A Nintendo online system being dumb?
Oh my god, it's so bad, dude. Because my cousin was over the weekend and we were playing, and we just found out that like not even the same colors align. For instance, like when you start out a new match, it'll be like you're the yellow paint and then you verse the purple paint. So you'd think that when you're playing with someone that's on your team, that they would see that they're yellow and that the enemy is purple. But that's not what happens in Splatoon. I was telling him, I was like, you know, you got to cover whatever this color. And he was like, wait, what are you talking about? He's like, I see green and red. And I'm like, wait, you're looking at a completely different color? And it's just multiplies from there. There's just so many issues with their online. Because it's such a fun game that.
Yeah, that sounds super confusing.
Yeah,
to me.
It doesn't make, especially like, a game about color.
Yeah, where the main concept is color, and it's like, oh, we're the purple versus the yellows, and that's only there for you,
Yeah.
and for everybody else on your team, it's a different color. Like
Yeah.
you know that's some Japanese Nintendo shit, and they're not expecting people to be able to chat with each other or fucking voice, you know what I mean, or do any kind of
Nintendo
voice
shit?
interaction.
Did I hear Nintendo Japanese shit?
We're talking,
we're
about
talking about-
Splatoon. Splatoon
Yeah.
2 and how the colors don't
No.
align across online.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't get it.
It's dumb. It's really bad. Their online's still fucked up. Like, for instance, right? You'd expect when you want to play with your friend that you, before you get into a match, that you find your friend and you press play with him, and then you get into a match. But that's not
No,
how
that's too
Splatoon
easy.
does it. Splatoon does it where you need to join a match first, and then you can join his match, and hopefully you get in before you actually play the match. Otherwise, you'll have to wait 3 minutes until the match is over and then join their next kind of queuing system, which is fucking stupid.
Unless you have a team of 4 and no more and no less. And then, you know, during a Splatfest, you can play all 4 of you together.
And you won't see the same colors. You
Nope.
know, you'll see blue, he'll see purple. And then when you get a ranked play, there's one mode, and they haven't changed it. It's still the same fucking goddamn clan mode, which makes no sense. I hate that mode, and it makes me not want to play the fucking ranked mode. And then when you're talking about PUBG, the fucking cheating in that game has only exponentially got worse since they banned all those people. It's gotten so much worse. You can't play the game anymore. That game relies on a strong netcode and a strong anti-cheat system, and both have completely just been destroyed to the point where I don't even want to play it anymore.
So
So
you're
bad.
saying they banned cheaters and it only made people cheat more?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's exactly what I'm saying. To the point where you can't play the fucking game. Because half of the game, as you guys know, is finding loot. And it takes, 15, 20 minutes to kind of get into some action. And when you finally reach some action, you get a taste of that fight. Someone just kind of blows your head off in 2 seconds, and they're not even aiming at you. And it's blatant that they're not aiming at you because you can see the death cam, and they're aiming at a fucking tree, and they could, headshot you one shot. It just completely ruins the game.
But I was about to say, and then you don't even know if it's because of bad net code or just
Or
or cheaters.
It's just so dumb, dude. There was a post that someone made on the subreddit too about the netcode, and like he was shooting this guy literally like 8 times, and then you saw like the death cam, and it was the guy just came up and shot him once, and he died. And it's just there's a finished game, I guess. It's
I
PUBG.
still think it's crazy that PUBG has a death cam.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they do. Because you could. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because it's always a cheater that kills you somehow. It's pretty crazy how badly it's gotten since they banned. I think they banned over like 100,000 people. They said.
Is
But
Wayne
it's
one of those
gotten-
people that every time they die in a video game, an online shooter competitive game, they're like, that guy was fucking cheating?
No, I'm not. Because sometimes like I'll die and I'll be like, I wonder if it was a cheater, and I'll watch the death cam, and if it's not, I'm like, dude, nice, you were hiding there and you killed me and I didn't see you. But a lot of the time lately, it's been cheaters. Where like this is the kind of game where you need to have a strong anti-cheat, man, and they need to figure something out. A lot of people just say, dude, region lock China. Just get China the fuck out of here. And that'll cut down on cheating, because that's where all the cheating's coming from. It's from these weird Chinese names, N, Zhang, fucking AA126974328. It's like, just just get them out of the region. Ban them. And then fucking they all say that we're all racist or some shit. But there's a prominent cheating issue in PUBG they don't want to seem to address. So I'm probably not going to be playing PUBG much often until they fix it, which is a shame because I enjoy it. But yeah, we'll see. It seems to just be getting worse. Yeah, they banned 100,000 people for cheating, but it seemed to just, I don't know. It's not enough.
You know how you get back at those cheaters, like right when you're dying, and your death rattle just be like Taiwan #1. Taiwan #1.
Don't do that.
I would like to see like if like when you can report someone, maybe show like a ticker on like how many times that person's been reported or something. Like have some type of like ranking system in there. They got to figure something out because it's pretty bad. All right, let's move to gaming news. Battlefield 1's final DLC Apocalypse releases next month. I should just play Battlefield 1, dude. That's such a fucking great online shooter. Oh, I stopped playing it. There's definitely not as much cheating in Battlefield 1 compared to PUBG, so probably get rid of some of my frustration. This looks pretty dope. It's the closing months of World War I. And you're getting new guns, vehicles, and gimmicks, and new features you'd expect from Battlefield expansion, as well as aerial-only play mode and 5 maps. Although that number might seem a little cheeky if put under close scrutiny, I don't care about that. That's pretty dope. How many have been released? 2 right now? 2 DLCs? This is the 3rd one?
Yeah. Which if this is the final DLC, then that means they're going to be hyping up for Battlefield 2.
Or you can't call it Battlefield 2.
I mean, this is called Battlefield 1, so what's next? Battlefield War 2.
It'd be Battlefield 1-2, not Battlefield
Battlefield
12.
North Korea.
Not to be confused with Battlefield
It's going to
12.
be Battlefield 1-2, where there's no guns and everybody just has to run around and jab each other in combos.
Oh, so For Honor 2?
Yeah. For Honor 1-2.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Be more specific.
No,
But
I'll have to check that out.
I imagine with this being the final DLC pack, like sometime in either late 2018 or early 2019, we'll see another Battlefield. Probably late 2018, mid to late.
They need to keep it fucking old school battling, dude. This is their best one so
Yeah.
far. It's so fun. It's so fun. Oh man, these new maps look sick. We got some new fucking planes. We got some new melee weapons, some new guns. I'm definitely gonna check this one out because I have the season pass, so it just fucking gets right up in there.
I don't know about late 2018 because there was a pretty decent lull between. Well, there wasn't a lull between 4 and 1, which was the problem.
Because you had
but
Hardline.
there wasn't a lull there, but there was a lull between 3 and 4, and 4 ended up being a little bit better.
Yeah, and then you came out with 4, and then they came out with fucking Hardline. Yeah, you know what I mean? That was fucking terrible.
I forgot about it for a second there. Yeah.
You know what? DICE probably hopes that people forgot about that game.
We happy for you to offer early access refunds after another delay. Ooh.
That kind of sucks.
All right, so this is the thing. I put this in the news not because I care about We Happy Few. I don't even know what the fuck We Happy Few is.
I care.
No,
This game does look
check
pretty
it out.
cool.
No, yeah, I remember seeing like a playthrough of it like 3 years ago when they first started it. It's a cool concept.
Yeah.
But the reason I did put it in here is because I think that this is how you're supposed to do early access. This is a good thing, in my opinion. I mean, it's not a good thing for their company, and it's a terrible thing, and I'm sorry that it happened.
Yeah.
But they're doing the respectable thing and being like, you know what, this has been an early access. This is a second delay that we're popping on you when we said that, you know, that the game was going to come out. We're going to give you the option to just opt out and just get your money back. And also, I believe that they've taken down the ability to pre-purchase the game as well.
Nice.
So I think that this is how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to sit in early access like fucking DayZ for what, 6 years, 5-6 years.
I thought you were supposed to be like Ark and raise the price to $60.
Yeah, exactly.
And then release on multiple platforms at the same time.
Yeah, like this is how you're supposed to do it. Like, this is a good company in my opinion. It's sad that this happened, that they're going to lose money off of. They're probably not going to be making games after this anymore.
Which sucks too, because if like I haven't played it obviously, but the videos I have seen from it, it's a good game.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's been taking so long, is like they've actually been making a pretty good game and it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the actual game is gorgeous.
So here
So
they
yeah, that
say
sucks.
we have also received feedback that some Steam players felt the new pre-purchase asking price didn't mesh well with the game being characterized as early access. Given all the content we have yet to reveal to the public, we can see the point. That being said, we've done a huge amount of work and the scope of the game is substantially increasing over what's there right now, which is a very unusual situation for early access games, especially as we have a retail release on the way. What you guys see right now is definitely not what we see internally. I mean, it's a shame, but you're right. It's a smart move because I guarantee you a lot of people who are excited about this game are like, all right, at least they gave us the option. So I'm just going to let them hold on to my money. I'll just wait till the game gets released, whatever,
Yeah, like if I had...
And then all like the 12-year-olds who are pissed off will get their money back and they'll stop crying,
Yeah, like this is how you combat that situation because like you said, if I had pre-purchased this game in early access and they came out with this and they're like, all right, well, we were going to release, but we're not going to release again. We're going to push back, but we see where it might frustrate you. You can get your money back if you want to. I'd be like, you know what? That money's spent. You can keep the money. But you're right. If people that would get upset over this, over the pushback, they can't say anything anymore.
Yeah.
Because they will legitimately just be like, all right, well, we gave you we're giving you the option to opt out.
Exactly.
To fucking hit that parachute, that eject button.
Yeah.
So
it's a smart move, man. And hopefully what happens is that the game actually gets released and the people who have been sitting with their money there get some type of like extra perk or, you know what I mean? Like something that'll help ease them over. And then people can just buy the game when it comes out or something. But I don't know, when it starts to get delayed like this and they're saying like they have these huge ambitions and things aren't working out so well, they got delay and delay.
It's
Usually
like,
that means there's some either publishing issues going on or there's deadlines or you know what I mean? Like there's some issues that we might not see it now,
Yeah, like this is some Star Citizen shit without the huge backing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like this shit people get nervous over, but they're offering refunds. And like I said, that's a really, like, in my opinion, that's how you really should do early access if you're trying to be a reputable company. It's sad though, because like I said, after this, they probably won't make games unless for some reason they come out with this game and it's just fucking huge, and they get a lot of money, they get a lot of profit from it. I don't see them.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a banger. I know a lot of people are excited about it, but it's gonna have to be a banger for people to, unless you're gonna get like another No Man's Sky situation,
Yeah, this isn't like a situation where it's like, the Fire Emblem team makes Awakening, which is supposed to be the last game, and then it sells huge, and then bam, Fire Emblem's off and running like crazy. That's not happening here.
You say they're off and running like crazy, so crazy that they make 3 separate fucking games that you gotta buy to do one storyline.
Good old Fates, man.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
I liked Fates. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, did you buy all 3 of them?
I got all 3 of them.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yo, man, Birthright Conquest and Revelations. Come on.
Taking that fucking Pokemon retardedism fucking game model to a whole new
listen,
level.
man, you gotta save them all, okay?
Gotta save them all.
No deaths.
It was like it was hilarious because they were like, we're gonna release Conquest and Birthright both at the same time, and you're like, oh, all right, I can see that. And then like when they both released, they're like, and now we're gonna come out with this full DLC that you can just be neutral. It's like, well, you know what? Fuck you.
Do you want the true ending? Fuck you. You want the true ending?
Fire Emblem Yellow.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah, that's legit what it was. It was like, you've played both these games, you loved them, you saw both sides, and now to get the true, real ending, you got to remain neutral and download this $29.99.
You got to be so
like, well, you know what? Fuck yourself. Fire Emblem, I hope you burn in hell.
But really, Fire Emblem are good games.
Yeah, they are good games.
So was Pokemon, so fuck you.
Yeah. Like they're good games, but that still pissed me off that like they're like, hey, to get the total experience, you have to buy the game 3 times.
I still stand firm.
I'm good.
I still stand firm. No Man's Sky is not a good game.
No, it's a terrible game.
Terrible game.
I don't know how we got onto that, but no, it's terrible.
Dragon Ball Z Fighter has a loot box system that won't annoy you. Polygon.com says there's plenty to get, but nothing that holds experience back.
It's the same thing they do with like the Guilty Gear, where like you have this lobby. If anybody played the beta, they know like, you can choose your avatar in the lobby. That's where these loot boxes come in from. You earn the money to buy them, Zenny. You earn that through playing the story mode and just playing other modes. This is how loot boxes pretty much should be if we're gonna have them.
Yeah, I was.
Can I
don't
make an
know-
idle? Can I make an idle server? Can I do it like Counter Strike and just have a 24/7 idle server?
I don't know what's in the loot boxes, but I did read a little bit in the
their
article
costume.
about how you gain the currency, and it does sound like decently legit.
Well,
Like, you
their
can
costume-
you can earn it through beating story mode, and there's also like combo modes that you can play. And then like each character, if you complete the combo missions, you get like 5,000 zenny, and there's like 21 characters. So.
and there's 1,000 zenny per loot box.
Yeah, but can you just like buy a costume? Like this costume is this much money.
So, I don't believe you can buy them outright.
Damn.
And I'm not entirely certain. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you could theoretically spend real money. There's two types of like currency, but that second currency, from what I'm being told, is whenever you get a duplicate, it'll give you like, instead of giving you the duplicate, it just gives you that extra currency. So
Kind of like Overwatch, sitting here trying to listen to Doobie defend DBZ fighter. Loot boxes like
the loot boxes have nothing to do with the gameplay, so I don't give a shit.
yeah, Overwatch doesn't have anything to
But
do
hey,
with
if
gameplay
you
as well.
want, if you want your lobby avatar to be Piccolo wearing the same shirt from when they went to the DMV to do their driving test, you can do that. And
Dude, I just
Can I
want
make them look like a Ugandan version?
I just want to buy whatever the fuck they're selling. I don't want to fucking gamble. I don't want to fucking watch a stupid 2-second fucking animation that I have to watch over and over and over again to get the same stupid shit that I always get. I
I'd be
fucking
cool with
hate
it
loot boxes.
only if it just said the words "head shala" repeatedly when you do it.
No.
Head shala.
Can you roll a mode where you can delete that lady that fucking talks over the replays? Because I don't even want her in the game now.
It's not even like, dude.
Now that I think about it, I don't even want her in the game.
It's the announcer from the Cell game. Well,
I don't
also
like it.
from the World Tournament.
Tell her to leave. I don't like it. Throw it in the loot box.
You gotta join them rappers, man. Hot 97 doing that Dragon Ball pre-release stream.
Yes, I was watching some of that.
Hip hop gamers, man.
They
I
were
was,
talking about combos, and I was like, all right, I'm out of here.
Rappers love Dragon Ball.
They were
I
like,
don't
this
know why.
combo
Yeah.
is from the second fucking tournament where this guy did this, and I was just like,
Yeah, dude, like
Cool,
fucking
dude.
thugs love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
It's true. It's legit. It sounds weird and it sounds odd, but it's true. Like
I like
Dragon Ball Z,
Dragon Ball
I'm a
like,
thug.
is the
official anime.
thuggish, ruggish bone. Like it's
Dude.
what it is.
Dragon Ball Z is the official anime of gangsters.
Yeah, dude, that's legit. I don't know if that's racist what we
I don't
just
know.
said, but
I don't know why it would be.
So, there's something racist in there.
It might be like this is 2018. You got to
Hey
be
man,
really
Wu-Tang
careful.
Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
There's something racist in there. I'll let it stay. I won't bleep it out.
I won't bleep it out.
Square Enix hires Sonic mastermind Yuji Naka. No further details at this time. Well, all right then.
Well,
Good to know.
Interesting.
No, that hired.
There you go.
So
What's he
I,
doing?
I mean, he could be the
Yeah,
fucking janitor
we
for
don't
all
know.
we know.
he could be the fucking janitor.
I
No,
aim to
it's
develop
obviously-
an enjoyable game. Please look forward to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing
I'm
is
sorry,
like
you said
this-
enjoyable and Square Enix. I haven't had that in a while.
You also said Sonic.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mania was fun. Don't fuck with me.
this opens up
I love-
this opens up the whole like speculation circle of like a Final Fantasy platformer, which that's probably what this is.
I don't even know how
No,
that would even
be
feel.
terrible, but
wouldn't-
sure.
it wouldn't-
What do you mean? How it would be if it's going to be like that one. What was it? World of Final Fantasy game that came out. They're just going to They're just going to take previously known Final Fantasy characters and shove them into a new
You know,
genre.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Dissidia. They're like, you know
It's
what?
just here's Cloud.
We're gonna
Here's
we're gonna
the
take
dude from
Cloud.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, we're,
Watch-
the dude from
Watch
10.
whatever he makes with Square Enix be a Nintendo Switch exclusive.
Sure, dude.
How does that
Like,
work though?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, man, you're gonna get cute and chibi, family-friendly Final Fantasy platformer. This shit ain't gonna sell on PS4. It'll sell on the Switch though.
Yeah, but it'll be on PS4. It's Square Enix, like it'll come
Yeah.
to PS4.
Yeah.
But
waiting on that Project Octopath Traveler.
As long as like Cloud doesn't run around with a sword like fucking Sonic and Black Knight or whatever that fucking shithole was,
Sonic
it'll be
and the,
okay.
oh my god, what was it? Not Sonic and the Secret Rings.
There's Sonic and the
Sonic
Night
and
or
the
some
what?
shit.
Yeah,
Sonic and the
Black Knight.
Secret Cancer, more like
God, man.
Oh, dude, I don't know.
Sonic.
We had a little brunch thing with some friends, and one of them brought their son, and he was playing Sonic with the Knight. And it's just fucking Sonic. It's Sonic running around with a fucking sword.
and you
Like-
drop kick that fucking kid immediately. I
So
hope.
we got Sonic and Six, where Sonic makes out with human women. We've got Sonic and the Black Knight, where he's wielding the sword. We had Shadow the Hedgehog, where he was fucking.
Yo,
wielding
can
that
we-
shit.
do you guys
Shadow the
remember-
Hedgehog.
Do you remember the movie Black Knight with Martin Lawrence,
Yes.
Yeah.
aka the best movie ever?
Yeah, dude. That shit was
Holy
legit.
shit. I forgot about that movie.
Dude, do you remember Black Knight with Martin Lawrence? That was
I'm
the
just
best.
remembering the scene where they're on the bridge. Like, oh my god!
What, when he falls in, he's looking at the fucking chain and he falls in.
Yeah,
That was like
God
the peak of like Nani's blaxploitation movies.
Yeah.
Like right before it just like went over that, that
right
that
before
soul plane. Fucking
Yeah, Soul
that
Plane
soul
ruined it.
plane era.
No, right
Yeah.
before
Before it just
Undercover
starts
Brother.
shooting down.
Right
Yeah.
before Undercover Brother.
Oh my god, man!
Oh,
Black Knight by
God.
Martin Lawrence is one of the greatest movies ever produced.
I
Yeah.
always remember it too because our movie theater, they had a giant two giant cardboard cutouts, and there was just one asshole who was working there. And he'd always be moving them around. He'd always like move it to just like be like right next to him while he's taking tickets and shit like that.
Like I even remember when he gets sent back, isn't he wearing like a football jersey or
Yeah.
something? Yeah, dude. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's what the
God,
cutout
dude.
was too.
That
It's just
fucking-
him in night, like chainmail with a football jersey, holding a sword.
I think it
dude.
was like a generic Green Bay Packers jersey too, because I think it was
Yeah, it
like
was just a green.
wasn't it?
It
Yeah.
was just a green jersey, dude. Dude, it's such a good movie, and it's I'm not even kidding. It's a phenomenal movie. It's probably one of Martin Lawrence's best, I think.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, it's good.
Bad Boys? It's better than Bad Boys.
I wasn't a big fan.
Original Bad Boys. Bad Boys 2 doesn't exist.
All right, Bad Boys was good, but dude,
like Bad
Black
Boys
Knight
too.
is a good fucking movie. What else was he in? Was he in Blue Streak?
Yeah.
He was in Blue Streak too, right?
That was the
Jamie
one-
Lawrence or not Jamie Lawrence, Jamie
Fox.
Kennedy.
Jamie.
Yeah,
There's a
Jamie
big
Foxx.
in the one with
Fox,
Robert
yeah.
Kennedy. It's called Dome Piece.
No, but Blue
But,
Streak was good too.
Wasn't Dave
But-
Chappelle in
was
Blue
it-
Streak?
Yeah,
No,
he's in
dude,
Blue Streak.
that came out actually recently.
Blue
What
Streak.
Loco was talking about that came out that was in the secret docs.
One with
You
Robert
didn't read-
Kennedy.
Yeah, you didn't read the JFK files.
No.
Blue
No, I missed
Streak.
that one.
Blue Streak was actually the one. It was the last movie he did before I think he had a heart attack.
No,
He
something
either had a
happened.
heart attack or a stroke.
He might have had a stroke.
I don't know because
might
Dave
have been a heart
Chappelle
attack.
talked about it. Yeah, Dave Chappelle talked about it, and he went like Martin Lawrence went a little bit crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, he
But
started.
what else?
doing
He
some
was
crazy
in
shit.
more movies than that. What the fuck else movies was he?
Dude, as Black Knight, it was his pinnacle, dude. I'm telling you, it's a fucking phenomenal movie.
no, like fucking. Let's be real. Martin, the TV show, was the best.
yeah, well, that was great. That was great.
Ain't it?
Dude, I attribute Martin as like my Seinfeld. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
watched Martin.
Yeah,
I watched all of Martin. I could watch
watched-
it multiple times. I loved
I watched.
Martin.
I watched Martin. I remember when I would get home from school, I would watch the Wayans Brothers show.
Yeah.
And then after that, Martin would come on and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
yeah.
And I would Fresh Prince of Ballet. No, like I would watch those every day, dude. It was I loved it.
Yeah, Martin was good.
Yeah. How the fuck did we get on Martin Lawrence?
I don't know.
Because you said Black Knight. Because
Oh, yeah,
we were
shit.
talking about Black Sonic Knight Knuckle thing.
Well, anyways,
Black
if we
Sonic,
could get a
that's
Black
Shadow.
Knight with Martin Lawrence video game recreation,
Remake? They never made that.
I would be very happy.
Y'all
with that,
don't
too.
remember, the Martin Lawrence Black Knight video game on the Sega Genesis?
Yeah, I'm
Next-
gonna fucking buy Black Knight on Blu-ray, dude. That's what's gonna happen. I love
Next-
that movie.
Next
4K?
week, check out that No Life article about
Black Knight review?
it's just
The
Black Knight fan
expanded universe.
fiction.
No, the expanded universe of Martin Lawrence's Black Knight.
Jesus
yeah, shared
Christ.
universe.
How
Martin
the
Lawrence
shared universe.
Oh man, I forgot to talk about that. All right, we'll save it. All right, moving on. PlayStation launches Totaku figurine line.
Fucking amiibos for PlayStation.
Oh, is that
it's
what these
not-
are?
Kinda. It's not gonna be amiibos. It's not gonna have like any functionality with actual video games, which that's great. I really love that. That we're not gonna have to start buying fucking bullshit figurines to unlock hard mode. But yeah, it's kind of like amiibos, but it's just figurines. But yeah, Totaku, I guess, is a play on otaku.
So what does
The
that
term
mean?
otaku,
otaku?
it's kind of like some in Japan. It's kind
Otaku.
of like a neat, like a shut-in, like somebody who's like overly obsessed with anime.
It's
and
the
shit
name of like
that.
a culture. It's like
Yeah.
a whole culture, like otaku culture.
Oh
Yeah, it's actually-
I know. Yeah.
It's actually derogatory in Japan, but over here people like calling each other otakus and shit.
Oh, go figure.
No, man, they call each other weebs. Come on.
Yeah.
Go
Well, that's
figure.
what we call each other now. I just call you a fuckhead.
Loco's real thoughts coming in.
But anyway,
Filter.
yeah, I mean, this is all right, I guess. Like, I don't know. I would never pick one of these up, except maybe the Bloodborne one, and still I'd be embarrassed to have it in my house displayed.
Nah.
Like,
Maybe
what
this
do
is
they
like
all have?
something like for your desk, like an office or something. Maybe get the little Parappa the Rapper one. But you're gonna get a fucking Bloodborne big ass fucking figurine and put that
No.
shit up in your house? No.
No,
I didn't
I'm
think so.
not. Yeah, they're $9.99, which is
Well, that's why I think the Kid Robot stuff did well, because they were kind of like this cool little cute little toy that you could like put on your desk, and they were like, you know, there was like a charm to them. But like this kind of stuff is more for like hardcore collectors, I guess. You know what I mean?
this kind of shit's for
Like
doobie.
Dude, you gonna get some of these?
No.
Dude, you gonna get one?
They'll probably sit on my shelf with all my other amiibos.
Amiibos.
The ladies love the amiibos.
Bruh, dude, like, I don't know. I can't have them.
Yeah,
Especially like a serious one. Like, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's what I'm
Like
saying.
maybe like a Crash Bandicoot one, or
Look,
a
so you just want-
Sackboy, or
That,
like Power Rapper the
3-foot
Rapper.
tall Lord of Cinder statue, don't you?
And I would like put it in my closet and like throw a jacket over it so nobody could ever know that I
Who
had it.
knows I'm in love with Dark Souls so much I have a Lord of Cinder statue.
Oh my god.
Dude, there's a guy at my office that has a Dragon Ball, like a Goku going Super Saiyan statue on his desk. And it's not like a
No.
small statue, it's like a big statue
Really?
just
No.
on his desk.
No, I'll pass on that.
There you go.
I
I'll
thought this
pass
shit
on
was
that
so
one.
funny.
What?
Yeah,
No, dude. You swipe right instantly. Come on.
That's a hard pass for me.
I'll
That's
pass
swipe
on that
right.
one.
That's a hard pass.
Monster Hunter World has an important day one update on PS4 and Xbox One. It ain't even
Yeah.
released though.
Yeah, it ain't in release. What it is you're gonna have to download it if you want to play online. See, it's crazy, isn't it? This is one of the only articles that I read all the way through. Imagine that.
Go figure.
Okay.
Go figure.
Yeah,
Uh,
Monster World.
It's gonna be depending on console. It's the size of the file is kind of differing, but on it's saying that it's gonna be around 815 megabytes, so around another gig. You're gonna have to download it if you want to play online, and it comes with some bug fixes. They're gonna put a gallery mode in there, and then Poogies, which if you don't know, if you haven't played Monster, I think I'm the only one here that's played a lot of Monster Hunter. Poogies are like a little pig pet type thing that you can unlock costumes for.
Poogies?
Are you saying hoagies?
Poogies.
Are you saying hoagies? We eat sandwiches?
Poogies.
Poogies. Dude,
You
doesn't
Hunter,
sound
who
like
dis?
doesn't sound like I'm trying to play any games where you collect poogies, dude.
I don't know. That first South Park game you collected Poogies. The Stick of Truth.
God damn it.
Yeah, you remember that mini game, don't you?
Are we surprised? that day one patch- like almost every game that comes out has a day one patch.
Why not just fucking
Yeah.
put it in the game? The game's not out yet. Just patch the
Well,
fucking game before you
that
send
day
it out.
one patch.
How
I think-
hard is that?
I don't know.
Discs,
And
shipping times.
that and it's also like, I think it's also kind of shitty. They're like, yeah, if you want to play online, you definitely have to patch as soon as you get it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
That's what sucks too. Like when you want to when
like,
you
so
buy it,
I'm gonna download the game.
and it's
You
gonna
gotta
take you
download it for 3
95
hours,
hours. It's like 95 on PlayStation these days.
I'm gonna plug my Ethernet cord into my PlayStation, and it's still gonna take me like an hour and a half to download the game. And then I gotta download another gig worth of patch.
Yeah. And then
Bet.
by the time you
Dope.
want to play it, it's like 5 a.m. and you're like, shit.
But it
fucking
releases
lights
on
go.
Friday, so I'm off half day Friday. So I'm gonna just start that bitch up before I leave work in the morning, and
I'm giving GameStop a call on Wednesday, and I'm gonna see if they're doing like an early release or a midnight release.
Just download it.
And
I'm gonna tell you right now, they are
that.
not.
Just download the
And
game.
But I didn't think they would.
talked to them
Yeah.
today, and they said call
Yeah.
back Wednesday if they are doing anything. It'd be a 9 p.m. release.
Yeah, they're not doing a midnight release on Monster Hunter.
Well,
Or
there's
Dragon
Dragon
Ball.
Ball and Monster Hunter. That might be a reason why. If they have enough pre-orders for both, they might warrant staying like doing it early. But they'd have to get a call from corporate for that, probably.
And not only that, but I've always found that GameStop people were always so cool that like I would, if something I wanted to play and I pre-ordered it came out on the same day as like a Call of Duty game, I fucking loved it, because I would legit just go up there and stand in line and go up to the counter and be like, they'll be like, what's your pre-order on Call of Duty? And I'm like, I didn't order that piece of shit, but I did pre-order this. And they'll be like, all right, well, I'll just give it to you. It's like, yeah.
The Black Friday, like maybe what was it, like 4 or 5 years ago? I'm trying to remember how long ago it was. It was like, the big like Xbox One was coming out and all this other shit. I went there and bought a Wii U. I was the only one there who bought a Wii U.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I didn't go to a midnight release to buy a Wii U, but I do own a Wii U, and that's bad enough.
It was a last minute decision. I was like, fuck it, I don't own this system yet, and I kind of do want to get it.
I literally just bought. This ties into the article. I literally just bought a Wii U so I could play Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on a controller and a screen and a console.
Dude, why don't you just download it?
Because I don't like to download things.
Why? Why are you so averse to
I'd rather
download?
have the physical. It's not like it matters that much. Like
Monster, like a game like Monster Hunter. Are you like are you a big Monster Hunter fan where you want like all the fucking box stuff? You know what I mean? Like Dragon Ball Z, I can understand because you like Dragon Ball Z.
I just like.
Yeah, he's more
I just
about
like,
it for Dragon Ball Z. Bro.
I just like, well, yeah, that too. But I just like physical more than anything. Just having something in my hands just feels a lot better than, oh, I bought it digitally.
Well, I'm a huge Monster Hunter fan, and I'm buying that shit digitally
I
because
mean, that's fine.
anytime I can avoid human interaction, I am like,
Yep.
100% for that one.
Yeah, I don't mind going into a store and buying a game. And if I want to go over to my friend's house and play that game, I don't have to bring my system.
Well, I'm gonna tell that friend. I'm gonna tell that friend that's like, hey, why don't you bring Monster Hunter over and let's play Monster Hunter? And be like, hey, how about you fuck yourself and buy it yourself and we can play it online.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I guess if you do a lot of like, if you play at like other people's houses, then the physical can work. But I don't think I've done that since
The only game
2001.
I did
The thing
Madden
is
digitally because there's no way I can ever get rid of it. I may as well just infest my system with it.
not only that, but you're forgetting the fact that a lot of modern games now, like you can't just put the disc in and start playing. You got to fucking install bullshit.
Yeah, but here's the
When
other
The
you
disc
put
is
it
basically
in.
a key.
You're
The
not-
disc is just a
yeah.
key.
But the file size of what you're downloading isn't going to. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't feel like that file size is as big as the whole file size you're downloading when you buy a game digitally. Is it?
Yeah, it's the same.
Are they equal? They're the exact equal.
You install the game. You're basically the new systems, and you install the game when you put the game in there. So you're
Sounds
just
like how
installing the
old
game.
PCs used to
So there's
be.
still like assets that are on the disc, but there are only assets that call the big assets that are on the system. So they're not
Yeah.
like it's not drastically different, or it's not drastically
Well,
different from
okay,
each other. But they are different.
how big of a game is Monster Hunter? How big of a game is Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball is small. That's a small game because Arxis.
But
with
how small?
assets they're using?
Probably, like, looking at like 8
I
gigs.
think
Right?
I don't even think it's 8. I think it's like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monster Hunter's
5
probably-
you could maybe if it's less than 5. You got to remember too, like DVDs and Blu-ray can go up to like 28. DVDs can only go up to like 4 gigs. Like a lot of them, like Monster Hunter, I'm expecting to probably be a 20 gig plus game. Like you can't fit that on a DVD.
Dude, it
Yeah,
was
Monster
all.
Hunter. I imagine Monster Hunter is going to be around 25 to 30 gigs. Like it's
Oh,
not
it's
going
gonna
to
be
be as
huge.
big as like
I've-
Witcher 3, like 50 gig shit, but it's going to be still pretty sizable.
See, I only have a 500 gig like hard drive in my PS4. And that's one of the things that does like kind of piss me off is I got to the point where I had to start like deleting games because I had to like
Mhm.
make room for other games. And
Well, that's
it's
kind of
just-
where
it's
digital.
fucking annoying.
That's kind
Yeah.
of where the digital comes into play, because
It's,
You have
it's
that-
about
you-
the same.
but it's on your account where it's
Yeah.
not attached to your hard drive. So you know what I mean? Like if you were to get another hard drive to add to your PlayStation, you can just re-download those games from your account rather than, have to go get another game if you don't have it. Or like it's just there's a lot more perks to the digital than there is to physical, I feel like, especially now. Unless you are someone that consistently goes and you play like games at other people's houses and stuff, which you can't really do digitally. That's pretty much the only perk, I think, or
Yeah,
just
it's one
getting
of
the
the
box.
And also,
It's like
if
I
you're
said,
one of
the
those,
reasons.
and also if you're one of those people who consistently forgets their password or plans on logging out of their PlayStation, which I never log out of my PlayStation, but
Yeah.
You should. I don't trust Sony with my shit.
I mean,
But,
but I don't even have anything on there. Usually if I buy something on the PSN store, I buy a PSN card off of Amazon and then use it immediately on the.
Yeah.
Like I try to restrict my avenues, you know what I mean, of where I give my card information out.
Yeah, that's the way to go because I do like Sony quite a bit, but I don't fucking
They've
trust
been
them with my
hacked.
credit card.
No, because they've been
before.
hacked.
What's gonna stop in the future?
I mean,
But
at
what
this
type-
point,
in terms of,
everyone's
like-
pretty much hacked since the fucking Equifax thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
true, but
you're
it's
right.
it's
They're
more of
pretty
a
much all
principle just
fucked.
because like Sony's a special case of like, oh, we didn't get hacked once, so we got hacked now probably like 8 times by now.
yeah, no, Sony's.
Yeah.
Most Japanese companies are pretty. They like to assume denial.
Before talking like physical media versus digital media, like I mean, it's one of the reasons I like the cartridges for the Switch. One, I don't have to install anything; I can just plug and play. And two, I don't know, it's just me. I came from like a background of like growing up. I enjoyed displaying my collection of games,
Mm-hmm. No, I can
and
see
that's the
that.
thing that physical, like I can't display my digital collection.
I could see that. That's the only that's the only like that's the perk of physical is like you have it, But I mean, in practicality, like because when my shit got stolen, those games are gone. I have to rebuy them, and that's fucking stupid in 2018. Like, give me a key at least when I purchase a fucking thing that attaches it to my account or something. I shouldn't have to fucking rebuy the game because now I'm just gonna buy digitally. I don't play games anywhere else. I don't really care to display them out. You know, I rather have like a
Just
higher
buy that
whatever,
PUBG box and just have a paper key in it.
the fucking the
But
big
yeah,
ass
Doobie,
fucking-
I understand where you're coming from. I mean, I still have like fucking PlayStation 3 games over here.
yeah,
Like,
that's
how much
trash. Just
PlayStation
throw that
1?
out. Just that's all trash.
Damn.
You'll never play
There's
those
even
games again.
PlayStation 2
Well,
games in this
I was
one.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I still have the PS2,
Save the
PS3,
PS
PS1 pile.
Throw
Save
this
the
trash
PS2
out.
games. You can kinda
Nah, dude, because I don't want to hack my PlayStation 4 to play my PlayStation 2 and it's sitting right there.
Holy
Dude, that shit. I want to talk about that
Yeah, so do I, because I have some differing opinions.
because that freaking emulator. All
All right, go ahead, bring it up.
right, they hacked the PS4 finally. It's an older firmware, so they're not up to the current firmware. I think it's like 4 point something. The only game they ship with that was Gravity Rush 2, which came out a while ago. But either way, they finally found out that the PS2 emulator that's in the PS4, there are some games that the PS3 couldn't handle. Like there was like maybe 70 or 80% compatibility list. They took those games that weren't in the compatibility list that they knew had issues, and they wound up showing that the PS4 PS2 emulator runs fine. It runs perfectly fine. If they wanted it to run, they probably could. But they would rather sell you overpriced PS2 games through their service than let you play your PS2 games on the PS4. Yeah,
Well, yeah.
Microsoft is over here letting you play 360 and original Xbox games on your Xbox One and your
Yeah.
Xbox One X. No fucking problem. So, Sony, you're dropping the ball, dude. I'm calling you out.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. That is pretty stupid. I mean,
I just don't care. Sorry, it's like I do hoard my electronics like that, where it's like I still have my N64 and
no.
PS2. Like I just, if I want to play them, I'm gonna play that.
I know. I got my PS2 as well, but I'm just saying, I'm thinking like there's a great library of PS2 games that it's easier for somebody who wants to play them to just buy the game and put it into their PS4 than it is to also buy a PS2 system if they don't have one.
Oh, true.
It's just-
I agree with you. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm
Cloud
like,
saving, cloud storage saving, you could probably wind up doing that somehow through the emulator.
yeah, but that
Just-
costs money
yeah.
too. I mean, it's a super niche. It's a super niche place, you know. And
I think that if Microsoft and Sony were a lot closer than it is, because Sony is kind of just run away with everything. If they were a lot closer in sales because of what Microsoft's doing, I think Sony would feel pressured to do it.
yeah,
But since they're so far ahead, they don't care. They're
Well-
just going to sell you $20 for a PS Now or whatever the subscription is to play your PS2 games, when they have a working emulator that's sitting in the system that they just won't unlock.
yeah. And
Like it's done. It works.
I think
It's not that it doesn't work. It's just it's locked.
I think for like Xbox, like they need some reasons to get people to buy Xbox. Where Sony, they got games, they got new great big titles coming out, and I guess Xbox is like, hey, you can play old Xbox games.
you play
What-
Halo.
Yeah, you can play Halo.
good
What the
Halos.
fuck else are you gonna play? You know, like I'm
No, but
'cause I
that's
used
the
to have
problem with
PlayStation
Xbox at
Now.
the same time is they're still, it's now 2018 and that's now their calling card is you can play
You
Halo.
can play some old games that you definitely don't
That'll
want to play.
always be Microsoft's calling card, please. Their whole
Yeah.
thing will always be you can play Halo.
I don't want to
Why
play
would-
Halo. That's the thing.
It's why
Halo
would
is
you
great.
ever-
Go play Halo right now. It's not fun. It's not.
anymore. Not the new ones. New ones are god awful.
No,
That-
like even boot up like one and like you can play it with a buddy. It's okay, but like play through the campaign of one right now. I've done that like this year. It fucking sucks.
I mean, that's
It's
how
not
I feel
fun.
about
Are you telling me you
most
don't want to play
old
through
games.
library again?
No, I don't.
That's how I
The
feel about
mall?
most old games. It's like,
Oh man, that
I
game did
just-
not age well.
yeah, most games don't really age well. There's only a few, like
I can name a bunch of PS2 games that did.
like I like StarCraft. I can still play StarCraft. I think that's pretty much the only old game that I like. Maybe Tetris. You know what I mean? Kind of like where, I don't know.
All right, so
Like, that's my
you-
problem. It's like a lot of them are just like they were great for the time. I had a ton of fun. I've tried to play them again. And I'm like, why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah, because it's
Dude,
like a
that's
lot of
'cause you gotta play Halo
nostalgia.
2.
I don't know why, but I decided to like pull out some old ass disc I found in that fucking collection of bullshit I had.
Was the actual
So-
game in there?
Do I know?
Was the actual game in there? Because I've
Yeah.
had that problem.
Yeah, the actual games were in there. Digital Devil Saga. Hey, not too bad. Dragon Quest 8.
That was all right. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Dragon Quest 8 is fantastic. Demon Souls. Get fucked. Y'all need to play some Demon Souls. I got the original Diablo 2 install disc
Oh my God.
in there for some reason. And then I also have oh, Doobie, you missed it. Hold on, let me go back for you since you're back. Dragon
know.
Quest 8.
Nice.
Yeah, and
How about
Digital Devil
Persona
Saga.
4?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
look at
go.
that one. That one's a classic right there, bruh.
Dude,
Morrowind.
Go back and play Morrowind right now.
Morrowind.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
what
have
I've
it-
been saying though. It's like
I have it on Steam. So, but I have the install disc here that doesn't work because it's just like loose. But whatever.
Dude, just throw all those away.
No, man.
all
Like I
trash.
actually have a PlayStation 2. I
You're
have a
not gonna play
PlayStation
those
3.
fucking games, dude. They're trash.
Devil May Cry 2. The terrible
one
Devil May Cry.
Actually, on
Yeah, you're
PS.
not gonna go back and play Devil May Cry 2. Go throw that
No,
all
fuck yeah,
away.
yeah. You're definitely not gonna go back and play Devil May Cry 2. That game's
Throw it
fucking terrible.
away, dude. You're
I
not
know.
playing Diablo 2 off of its original install disc.
No, you're right. I'll just buy it off of the off of the classic.
Throw all
store
those
probably.
fucking things away.
No, look. Oh man, you remember this shit? By the way, this copy of Dragon Quest 8 came with a playable demo of Final Fantasy 12.
Dude, that's what I do
Um,
miss, our fucking playable demo discs.
Do you guys remember this shit?
yeah, the book.
Fucking game manuals? Oh my god, dude! Look at all those pages.
Yeah,
All
that's-
those
that,
Yeah.
pages.
that was cool when you
shit
got a
doesn't-
nice manual, man.
Yeah,
Nah,
like
dude, you need those 5 install discs and the manual that's this big of World of
oh,
Warcraft.
I swear to God, dude! Like legit, that was the best thing about that. Those were the days when you would want to buy physical. I mean, even though there was no option to buy digital.
You
back
could
then.
buy the battle chests that would have the actual in-game manual, but the like Prima guide with it too.
Yeah, I bought those.
Yeah.
That's how I got my copy of Diablo. But yeah, like if they still did stuff like that where they had like thick ass manuals that actually like fucking mattered, then yeah, I would buy physical, but they don't.
What if
It's
they,
just the game and it's a manual with like 2 pages worth of just warnings.
I mean,
Final Fantasy 10.
Yeah.
Then
nice.
I was on this shit.
throw that away right now, Doobie. If you don't throw the fucking
The same thing
X2
with
out.
Kingdom Hearts 2 and 1, and I have the 2.5.
All I see in all of your guys' hands is just a bunch of garbage. That you just save so much more
Even-
room.
Even Demon Souls. I mean, you're not saying like I'm already saving room. Like this shit is in like a fucking
No.
just a bag that sits by my TV.
I guarantee you,
So-
in like 5 years, you're gonna look at that and you're just gonna go, why? Why am
I know
I
your
In
wife
holding?
will.
in 5 years, I'm gonna look at it and
Why
be
am I
like,
holding the
I'm gonna
original
play one of
install
those
disc?
games eventually one day.
Yes, exactly, dude.
Yeah, but do you guys own, what is this? Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22 on the PlayStation 1?
That
Oh my
motherfucker didn't
God,
even know
dude.
what the fuck he was holding. He said, "What do y'all own?" And he said, "What the fuck
I knew it
is
was a
this?"
Dragon Ball Z game. It just wasn't a good one.
God, did you ever play Budokai, like the old Budokai?
Yeah,
That
I
shit
have.
was so bad.
Dude, Budokai was dope.
No, it was shitty.
I got the
Yeah,
original
Final
disc.
Fantasy 8,
Final Fantasy 8, but I will say this: I have 2 copies of it.
one that's not greatest hits.
One is greatest hits, the other isn't. But the greatest hits
Yeah.
copy was my friend who passed away, and her name's on the back. So
Oh well, see, you
Sentimental
keep that
value.
one. You keep that one. You throw the other ones out.
That would have been hilarious if Wayne wasn't even listening to the story, really.
Just throw it
And he's
away.
like, you throw that
Garbage.
shit out.
motherfucker.
Throw that trash out.
No, I'm just I don't know. I went through that where it's like I think it was It was before I moved to Florida. I
Oh,
had
just
like a
throwing all your
whole
shit out?
shit. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of stuff, and I just looked at it, I was like, I was thinking like, I'm gonna need boxes to put this stuff away. I'm gonna need to find places to put it, and then my mom was just like, just throw it out. Are you gonna fucking play, Ridge Racer on PlayStation? It's like, nah, probably not.
I
Definitely not.
regret not knowing where my Sega Genesis is and where my N64 is as a kid. I don't know where they are now. No
Now,
idea.
if I had like
I can have them back.
if I did have like my old Sega Genesis and like the cartridges, that I probably would keep. That's a little bit different because there's no option. You can't really play it digitally unless you have like an emulator, But that's still not really the same. But like all the, I don't know.
I mean, in some respects, it's a little bit better playing on emulator. Like
Yeah,
I
sure.
have
Got that
I
SNES
have
card.
Dark Cloud 2. All right, so I have Dark Cloud 2 on the PlayStation 4 digitally, and I love that game. It's a good game, but there's this mechanic in it, like a mini game mechanic, where you do golfing in the dungeons or something like that, and you got to get it perfectly. But on emulator, you can have save states.
Yeah.
So save states are awesome. But yeah. I think we're just rambling at this point, and and Doobie's like pulling out his collection.
Super Famicom games.
Still.
Japanese games. It's
Yeah.
actually just super. It's just Super Puyo Puyo 2.
Well, we got one more news story I'll just mention real quick. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition gets its first Nintendo Switch trailer. We saw a bunch of new Switch trailers, which is pretty cool. Fucking GameStop is the goddamn worst.
Yeah, I told you.
I tried to click it, but then they pop up right where you try to press the pause button.
You know what you should do?
They know what
I
you're
do
doing.
is open up all the tabs ahead of time and catch them all first, and then just go back through them when you're switching through the stories.
Yeah, I definitely need to be doing that. But this is supposed to be like those fucking warrior games. Not really.
Yeah,
interested in
Dynasty
it.
Warrior.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in it.
I don't know. It was supposed to be a good game, but
I didn't play Hyrule Warriors, and from what I hear, a lot of people liked it more than they liked Fire Emblem Warriors. Even
Jerry,
though-
didn't you play Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah, I did. No, I liked it.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's
So
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
yeah, I might pick it up just because I didn't play it on the Wii U. So
I played the
I'm
shit out of
excited.
Dynasty Warriors though.
I played Dragon Warriors, the Dragon Quest Dynasty Warriors clone, and I mean it was all right. I guess.
I got it because it was a good, solid game for the 3DS. That if you are on a road trip, it's Dynasty Warriors, but with Zelda that you can play on 3DS. There you go, kill your entire
Yeah.
road trip.
Yeah, it's literally like a time killer type game.
Yeah.
That's what it is, in my opinion.
What else? There's one more thing that I thought I wanted to talk about, but I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Thank you for listening and watching the No Life Gaming Show. Make sure you go check out our No Life Tech Show coming up this Friday. Hit up our YouTube, No Life Digital, and our new website. It'll be there as well, www.nolife.digital, and our Twitter as well, at No Life Digital, and our Twitch. Well, it ain't gonna be on our Twitch, but go there because I'm gonna be putting up some PUBG cheater highlights for you guys on Twitch. So,
all I'm gonna
anyways,
say, join the Discord so you can get me on PSN. Come catch these fists in Dragon Ball. Let's go.
oh, there you go. Yeah, definitely join the Discord. I'm gonna be putting a little ticker thing so you can just join it easily on the website. I just need to make a little thing for it, so you'll see it on the website. If you don't know where it is, it's actually in the description of this video as well. So check it out. Okay, guys. Bye now.